Oh, okay. Hello, you guys. Okay, so I'm super nervous. I'm just going to lay it out there. And I'm wearing this hat because I didn't want to fix my hair. If I can just be really transparent with you guys, I'm learning how to do all these things. So y'all hang with me. I didn't realize I had to have a password. So we're going to leave that open. Hi, guys. I know most of you are probably not going to show me your faces, and I'm okay with that. I'll let it slide tonight. There's another one. Oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous. I got butterflies, all the things. So I really have a limited amount of time because I haven't done the paid version yet because this is something that's brand new to me, but I'm just going to dive right in and start sharing with you guys because I don't want to take a lot of your time. I know, look, I went to the doctor today and I still got my COVID bracelet on. I don't want to take a ton of your time, and I want to get this just out there to the world. So first, I'm just going to start with you guys and tell you who I am and a little bit about my story. And hi, I see somebody's pretty face. Maybe not. She took it away. That's okay. We'll deal with it. All right. So if you guys are new and don't know me, my name is Tommie Nicole. I am a mother of two, and I have one on the way due the day after. Well, she's due January 2nd, but we're praying that they'll let me come the day after Christmas because I'm miserable. I'm just going to tell you like it is. Okay. Okay. And I have been technically in direct sales for probably a total of 5 years. My first 3 years, I was one of those people that had no clue what I was doing, and probably spam some of you. If I can be real honest, I don't know. I think we all have to learn somewhere. And so with that being said, I just taught myself. I learned. I committed to learn how to effectively grow this business and how to effectively market and sell and build a dream. And I don't even want to say a team, but a dream, because I think somewhere deep down inside, we all have a dream that we start with, and we don't realize really what lays before us. We just think that this is something that we've been either coerced into, or we just really love the product. But then when we really get to learn and dive into it, it just starts to expand our knowledge, expand our awareness, and expand our bravery, to be real honest. So 3 months ago, this brand new opportunity fell in my lap. I wasn't looking. I had no desire. I loved where I was, even though the growth wasn't there that I would desired at that moment, but I knew at some point it would come, just because in direct sales and network marketing, when you don't give up and you keep going, you learn tricks of the trade, you learn how to build, you learn what comes with it. And can I fix something real quick? This is really bothering me. I apologize, you guys. I don't know why. Okay, whatever. It just shows a blank screen for me. Anyway, all right, keep going. So what personally I want to bring to the table to anybody that puts their faith in this team is that my knowledge is your knowledge. What I've learned, what I have been through, my failures, I lay them out there openly and wide open because I want people to know where I faltered, where I have failed, so that they don't have to make those same mistakes and spend 5 years learning the insides and outs of this. I have never really had a mentor, an upline or a mentor that just absolutely knew what they were doing and breathed life into me. And I wanted to offer that to people who put their faith in me, because sometimes it's scary when we dive into this. Sometimes there's a lot of unknowns and we don't know what to do with it or how to grow it. And then we get frustrated and then we want to throw in the towel, not understanding really how this type of business works. And if you guys have been in direct sales any amount of time, you'll realize that it's becoming a more feminine industry. And when I say feminine, I don't mean there's a lot more females in it. What I mean is that it's becoming more relational. People want to build more relationships than they want to sell. People want to connect more than they just want to push a product down somebody's throat. I can remember back in the Amway, Avon days when, you know, it was constant, even door knocking. People were knocking on doors. It's just not that way anymore. And so there's a lot of social media, there's a lot of different things that go into it. And it's just really more about caring about people and what they want out of life and what they want out of this business and showing them the steps they can take to get there. So as many of you know, coming into this type of business, I guarantee you every one of us who are watching this now, who are watching the replay, who are going to watch it, you know, down the road, have either had a fear, a worry, a misconception, or some type of something about direct sales in general. And it's okay. It's normal. If you didn't have a fear the first time you got on a bike, let me tell you, you must have been like Superwoman or He-Man, something like that, because fear can take over any realm. And I've always said this quote, and I mean this, is the cave you fear the most, that darkest cave that you fear the most, is the exact one that you are to enter, is the exact one that you are supposed to step into and brave it and maneuver it and learn how to conquer it. And like I said, I'm an open book. I'm very transparent. I had somebody reach out to me and share some stuff with me. And at first I was very skeptical. At first I was like, I don't know. But I had to learn that excuse me, you guys, I'm very pregnant and I've got some major indigestion going on. When something's put before you and it's scary and it's unknown, but it feels like it's something that you could get into or like it's something you could be interested in, you're supposed to look into it. You're supposed to learn more about it. You're supposed to maybe take a chance with it. And I tell you guys this stuff because you never know what door you're going to walk through. You never know what opportunity lays before you. If I hadn't taken a chance 3 months ago with something I knew nothing about, that I didn't even care to know about, I would not be here before you sharing with you this tremendous journey that's happened in just 3 months of my life. Now, does everybody's story happen like this in 3 months? No. But what I want you to know is that I have spent the last 2.5 years really connecting and building relationships and showing people my true heart and who I am. And I believe that has what's led me up to this point. Does that mean I'm stopping here? Absolutely not. I have a big dream, and I have a big dream for everybody that watches this video. I want you guys to have that success that you desire. Everybody deserves it. Some of you might just want to do this part-time. Some of you might just want to do this, you know, as a hobby. That's great. If that's your dream, I guarantee your dream will transform once you see what is possible and what's before you. So how do you earn an income? So if you're brand new to direct sales, there's several different ways. You can just have a customer that buys product from you on a repeat basis. And that's something that I take pride in when it comes to my customers. I want my customers to have exceptional service. I don't want my customers to feel like they're just going to Walmart to buy their next laundry detergent to do their next 5 loads of laundry. That's not my desire. My desire is to give them an experience, is to let them know that they're cared about, and it's more than just a dollar sign that lays before them or before me. That I want to honor them, I want to bless them, and I want to show them who I can be as a rep for them. The second way is that you can direct sales also is you start to build a team. You start to build I like to call it a sisterhood, but I can't anymore because there are some men on the team. But you start to build this community that is like-minded people who have a desire of you, and you get to breathe life into them. And then when those people start to build their team, it all starts to funnel up. And so that's another way you earn an income. In this particular business that we're in, you know, a lot of people like to call it a pyramid scheme, but it's really not. It's more of an upside down pyramid, because somebody that decides to sign on with me can surpass me at any moment if they have that desire and put that work in. I don't limit that. They get to make that decision. And if you look at the corporate world, They don't get to make that decision. Somebody else makes it for them. So I like to always say that because it's not necessarily how it works. What kind of training and support do I offer within this team? My heart. If I can tell you anything, it's my heart. And a lot of people on this team have a heart too. They care. We want people to be successful. We want people to be heard. And we want people to know that once you have signed on and committed to learning and doing this business, you're not just thrown to the wolves. You're not just signed up to say, peace out, figure it out, because that's not how it works. If you don't know my full story, in 2016, I was at rock bottom. And I can remember the day like the back of my hand. I was sitting on a cold tile floor holding my son who was screaming, having a meltdown. And I had a tablespoon of peanut butter because that's what I lived off of at that time. And I can remember saying, looking up to the ceiling, the popcorn ceiling in my father-in-law's house, and saying, God, is this really what my life is supposed to be like? Is this really where you have brought me? And then I made a deal with him, like I can make a deal with God. I mean, come on, but I did. I said, if you help me find a way out of this, I will forever dedicate my platform to helping women, to believing in women, to leading women and showing them what is possible within their own hearts and their own desires. Because I think a lot of us women don't have that. You know, we might have a good circle of friends, but those good circle of friends don't cheer you on in something that's uncomfortable for them. And I experienced that. A lot of my friends are not in direct sales, and you know, they supported me from a distance, but they didn't understand me. So that's something that I committed to showing and sharing for anybody. I mean, even people who are not on this team, I still bleed life into them because I want them to be successful. For this particular business, what is the cost to enroll and get started? You know, we just launched last week. So this is all brand spanking new. So you guys are getting in at the very bottom of this, me sharing this, me putting myself out there like a raw tomato. I don't know. That's a terrible comparison. But so we have 3 kits to sign on. The first one is $65 and you get all 5 fabric sprays. The second kit is $115 and you get all 5 fabric sprays and all 5 detergents. And then our third kit, oh, sorry guys, got somebody else waiting. Our third kit is $175 and you get all 5 detergents, all 5 fabric sprays, 2 soaps, 2 lotions, and then this amazing sea sponge that I didn't even know was a thing. You guys, I'm learning all kinds of fun things, which is really a bargain because just a bottle of our regular 32-ounce detergent is $20. But it's an amazing detergent. Don't tell anybody I told you that. Okay, moving on. So the income opportunity and potential, you guys, indirect sales, again, if this is something you are brand new to, is endless. Endless. And the one thing that if somebody reaches out to me and they ask me, how do I build this? How do I grow this? How do I get to where I want to be? And of course, I tell them relationships, build relationships. But when you sign people on, and some companies, they tell you to build really deep. In this company, I'm telling you to build wide. So when I say build wide, you just want to keep talking to people and you just want to keep sharing your heart, not so much your product, but your heart, because people buy from you. They don't necessarily want to buy your product, because I guarantee you 95% of people you talk to each day don't wake up every morning thinking, I want to buy this amazing detergent that smells so good and lasts. Nobody does that. Unless you're already a part of this business. Okay, so then maybe we do. But you just want to show people your heart. You want to care about people. You want to love on people. And you want to show them that you're, for one, honest, loyal, trustworthy, and caring. And I can tell you, if you do those things, people are going to see who you are and what you have to offer. Versus you saying, you guys, I'm dog sitting. And so that's what you hear. I apologize. I that's another story. But anyways, so share your heart. And when you do that, you guys, and you do it consistently every day, some people will say to me, I'm frustrated. I've heard no's today, or I've gotten all no's today. Well, great. Guess what? You planted a seed. You planted a seed with somebody to let them know what you're doing and what you're about and who you are. Now, if you don't show back up to that person 6 months, guess what? They see right through you. They see that you were just there to try to get their dollar bills, and they don't care. They don't care because you're just like the person on TV trying to sell them a couch, or what do they call those people when you go into furniture stores? Shopper stalkers or stalker shoppers or whatever they call them. They see through that stuff. But if you reach out to somebody and they tell you no, and 2 weeks later you message them and you say, hey, I just wanted to say hi, I hope you're having a great week. Or you go and comment on their latest photo and be like, wow, that was a beautiful dress, or your daughter looks gorgeous, or you do something, guess what? They're going to start to see that you care about them, and it's not just about the dollar sign. And so that's when you start to see things start to take shape. Moving on. I probably should share this. So I signed on 3 months ago with this company, 3 months, and we needed the money desperately. We needed the money. I can't tell you how bad we needed it. COVID, my husband and I just before this were talking about how scary things have been. And I took a chance. I took a big chance because I was still with my other company and I loved it. But in 6 days, you guys, 6 days, I outperformed my other business from January to August. And so for me, I knew that everything that I have worked on in my life, everything that I have never gave up on, was starting to pay off and starting to come forward. And I don't share that to brag or boast. I share that so that you know that if you are consistent every day, no matter how tired you are, no matter how frustrated you are, no matter how much you just want to throw in the towel because you didn't get one sale that day, keep going. I can't tell you how many times people had told me no. I can't tell you how many times people have signed up with me and for me to pour my heart and soul into them, only for 2 months later to be like, oh, I'm going to go support her. You want to talk about gut wrenching and you want to talk about wanting to throw in the towel? I did, but I didn't, because I believed enough in my God and the faith that I had for everything that he had shown me and promised me, that at some point in some time that this is exactly where he placed me and what I was supposed to be doing, and that it was all going to take shape. In June of 2019 is when I got my first word from God. And I'm sorry if you guys, I'm not trying to push my faith on you, but that's a huge part of who I am. And so I got to share it. I got my first word from God that my life was going to dramatically change. Did I think it was going to be over a year later? No, but I never gave up. And just when I was this close to wanting to really, 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 really hardcore, he'd give me another breadcrumb. He would show me something else that kept me going and kept me believing into what he had to offer. Okay, sorry, that was a little sidetrack. But so signing up. If you have thought about this, if it has even crossed your mind to a slight, just an inkling this big, I want to encourage you to get on the phone with me and the person that invited you, or me if I invited you, or the person that invited you alone. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's all of us. And just talk with us and just let us share our stories, our hearts, and to show you what is really possible. I think that sometimes we put up these walls where we develop like I can't do that because I failed in the last company. Well, guess what? I failed in 2 other ones, big time. But I learned something each time I failed. And I think that that's what we forget to take away from each time we fall face plant and embarrass ourselves, or somebody tells us, see, I told you so, you weren't going to be successful. And I think we take those things to heart instead of believing in who we are and what we want out of our lives. For this company in particular too, is we are literally brand spanking new. we have only, this company in general has only been around 2 years. The first year they were wholesale. They were selling into salons and boutiques and selling out of storefronts. But just the last year is when they decided to launch direct sales, and they let a handful of people who they reached out to bring on 5 people each, and that's how it steadily grew. And then when they released that, you guys, it was like a rocket ship. And just in the last probably 3 months since I've been here, the growth has been phenomenal. So much to a point that they've had a hard time keeping up with it. And so therefore it's, it's scary, but at the same time, if there wasn't that type of growth, I think it'd be even scarier, because it would say that their product is good, but not that good. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. I think that's really all I have. Unless anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question, or you can type it in the chat. Oh, I thought somebody else was there. Sorry, you guys. And I have an unmade bed behind me. Sorry, you guys, just get the real deal here. So I don't know. I wanted to share my heart. I want you guys to know that this is me showing up for you, scared pooey out of me talking to people like this. But I think sometimes, like I told the team, that this is how we grow, is when we put ourselves out there and we expose ourselves and we express our true heart. That's where people begin to connect. So I hope you guys got something out of this. And please, if you have just this tiny bit of an interest, talk to the person that invited you. And if you want to talk to me, let them know, and I will share my heart and I will pour my soul into you. And I'm very transparent. You can ask anybody that you have talked to. I don't hide anything. I lay it out there because that's the only way to be. Because if you are deceitful, slimy, scaly, it comes back to haunt you. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. I hope I didn't take too much of your time. And if you have any questions, please reach out. That's it. Bye, guys.